You make me want to wear a helmet. I just want to be safe for you. I just want to be safe for you. I just want to be safe for you. You make me want to put money in my savings account. I just want to save up for you. I just want to save up for you. 'Cause you're a big tray of happy.
Good evening, Fredonia. You're listening to the Local Lowdown on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Elena, your co-host and field interview lead.
What's up? I'm Jordan. I am your other co-host. I'm also the A&R lead and the executive producer.
Hey, it's Sebastian, your Local Lowdown technical director, making sure all of the technologies are working.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems, in a group effort to promote and showcase the local music scene right here in Fredonia, but also Western New York at large. Welcome to the Local Lowdown.
On this week's episode, we are welcoming our guest, Velvet Bethany. Welcome on.
Hi.
Hey,
Thanks for
what's
having
going on?
me.
Of course. We always like to start by having you introduce yourself and your background in music.
My name is Allison Mitchell. My background in music, I played the flute for 8 years in high school. Is that a good background?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we wanted to ask about your name, which you said that you've been asked about that quite a bit every once in a while.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give a different answer every time.
Okay.
Perfect.
Keep it a mystery.
Well, we did want to ask where Velvet Bethany came from and what inspired you to use it as your artist name.
Well, there's already a Bethlehem Steel, so I really like the word Beth.
Okay.
It reminds me of buffalo, Rust Belt stuff. So Bethany kind of goes along with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote a song in like 11th grade where I talked about Lake Erie looking like black velvet cake. Where I used to ride on the Skyway every day, twice a day, to get home. So that's where the velvet comes from.
Nice.
Dang.
I think it's a really great name. I love saying it. It rolls off the tongue.
It
Yeah, it
definitely
really-
has a ring to it.
It's got to do with that industrial zone right there along Lake Erie, which you might, I mean, you're right next to Dunkirk, so you're right on the lake right here. I used to live in Dunkirk, that power plant town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it really is local music today.
Yeah.
More so than we thought. But I wanted to ask, you've been putting stuff out since like 2017. That's what's still up on Spotify, I think. And what's it like looking back on your discography and just how far you've come?
Well, this is our 10th anniversary.
Wow.
And
So more than that.
I am looking back on it now. I've been releasing like something every year almost, at least one song.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I try to, even if it's not an album, and do a song or two. And I'm not going to be doing that. You know, I've been focusing on my career, so I'm taking this 10th anniversary to review what I've done and perfect it and make, you know, maybe like a compilation, or maybe I'll go home and tie-dye some T-shirts.
Yeah.
So shifting your focus to other things.
Yeah, I
involved
can
with
kind of
Velvet
coast
Bethany.
on what we've put out.
Has that been a goal for you to be releasing every year until
Yeah.
right about now?
I feel like I've had to compete with capitalism. But in the process of that, I think I've rushed a lot of music. And now I feel like it's okay to slow down and let it come naturally. If you let the process happen naturally.
I like that. Is there any particular album or just release that you're proud of or would be excited to talk about?
Well, we don't play a lot of these songs live on our recording tonight. We played La Mirage and Discover Each Other. Those are on our newest album, Sabon. And we're still learning those songs because I have new lineups all the time. So it's hard for me to acknowledge that piece that was released a whole year ago. We're all still kind of stuck on Rock and Roll Vacation. And I think people recognize us for that album and see us as a punk band for that. But over time, I get progressively less punk, I think. But I try to write a song for everybody.
Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I saw that several of your recent recordings were recorded with Doug White at Washman Studios. What's it like working with him and, I guess, repeatedly going back?
It's a really great place if you want to bang something out real quick and affordable.
Nice.
He has his own system, and he's like, we're just going to make this for the radio. But I'd like to, in the future, I've made all my recordings with him, basically.
Wow.
I'd like to do like a live recording. My bass player has a studio in his basement. He has a lot of analog stuff. He has a reel-to-reel. So I'd like to do, rather than like overproduced synthetic sounding music that's plugged through a system, I really want to do like a raw live recording.
Yeah, a live recording would be awesome, I think. Well, you've already kind of mentioned it, but you do play with a full band usually. How involved are they in the writing process?
I have new members quite frequently, every couple of years. So I'm constantly teaching bandmates songs, and we don't usually get to write together.
Gotcha.
So I pretty much write most of the songs. My previous drummer, we would write a lot of songs together, Mike DeStasio.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you were working with a lot of different members throughout the years, but what has it been like working with different members, and each time you're kind of switching around? Is it a different feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different sound every time. Everyone puts in their own input. They take a song and they put their own lead part on it, their own drum parts. I don't want them to just copy what the recording plays. And I like how it evolves over time, and I feel like we're in our best form right now, in our freest form,
I like that.
where we can write new songs in the future when we feel like it.
That's great. And who's in the band right now?
Cameron Plotner and Nathan Weiss.
Nice.
Gotcha. Solid. Well, I guess speaking of evolving things over the years and different lineups, we do have a special guest who's going to ask a guest question tonight. Alex Irwin is back. You might remember him. He was the merch gremlin. That's what I used to call him, because he'd always come in at the end of the episode and ask a question. But he's coming in early this time around.
Yes,
so.
coming in early because after an 8-hour drive, I am very hungry. Got to get my McDonald's. But heyo, it's me, Alex, former technical director of the local lowdown, current alumni. Very weird to say that.
Crazy,
That's pretty
man.
crazy, yes. But Jordan did give me the title Merch Gremlin. I'd always come in at the end of the episode, always ask what merch is coming down the line. And I did my little bit of research before the episode. I still got it.
Still
Jordan.
sharp.
Still sharp with the merch. And I saw that you've been working on putting out a bunch of releases with all different types of bands, which is really cool, including the Star Juice EP Reminders, which I actually have that tape, believe it or not.
You do?
Awesome.
I do. I just played it on one of my shows that I submit here. I think like last week or this week maybe, but I love that tape. It sounds amazing. And I also saw that there were CDs as well. So I just got to ask, why the choice to go with tapes and CDs, and do you prefer one over the other?
I like tapes because they got that tape hiss. That's that sound that I was talking about, that analog sound. And a CD, you can damage it and scratch it. It gets scratched up in your car. I feel like tape is more of a souvenir, like it looks cool on a shelf. Or a CD just looks kind of like a plastic thing that can break easy. I mean, you're going to step on that jewel case eventually.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
That's fair.
And I really like to make handmade tape covers where I make collages. I like everyone to look different.
No, yeah, they look sick. Every single one of them up on the site looks amazing. I gotta place another order soon because I tell you what, I really enjoyed that Star Juice EP. It looks amazing. So
I actually
congrats on
don't
that
have
one.
any tapes anymore.
No, none of them. They're all sold out.
I want to make one for our 10th anniversary.
That's pretty wicked. I'll have to keep an eye out, but it was amazing. Thanks, Jordan and Elena, for let me kick Sebastian out of the chair.
Hey, anytime.
Ask my merch gremlin any question.
Yeah.
I'll give it back up to you guys, though.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Thanks.
Thank
I
you.
do have a CD.
Oh,
Whoa!
look at this.
I made that for. I went to Japan and I made some to pass out in
That's
Tokyo.
cool. That's
This
awesome.
is awesome.
Oh, it looks so similar
my
to
gosh.
the shirt design.
Oh,
I like that.
And I was gonna wear the shirt today, but I couldn't find it this morning. I was so sad. But yeah, if you haven't looked at the shirts, I highly recommend too. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
They were made by a guy in Brazil, Fiedler.jpg on Instagram.
Ooh, check them out.
That album cover was also made by him.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's really great stuff. Love it. Well, I wanted to ask about a particular song, La Mirage. You're going to be playing it today. It's really catchy. Love that song. Has an interesting story to how it was written, though. You had a dream in 11th grade and I guess built upon it from there, is what I read. Found it on your Instagram. I'm just curious what the songwriting process was like for that, and was it unique? Or was that a different
I
song?
think that was the song Ladybug song.
Ah, man,
Wow.
I thought it was a different song at first, and the second time I went back, I think I...
No, wait, you're right. That was a song that I wrote in 11th grade,
Okay.
Ladybug song, and I rewrote it over and over again.
Okay.
But it was also a dream, La Mirage, Violet Roses. I had a dream about sitting in a circle in my room with my cat, and he was standing up on two legs, and my ex-boyfriend, who was one of my drummers, and there was a bouquet of like purple flowers in the middle of the room, and like collard greens that said, scribbled on them, like a note on them. Like it would look like a fire, like a ritual circle
Oh,
that
gotcha.
we were in.
So that's where that lyric comes from, like the
Interesting.
childlike scribble.
I dream a lot. I write most of
Yeah.
my songs based on dreams.
Wow.
I feel like I don't even write the songs.
They write themselves.
Yeah, they
That's-
write themselves, and I write them down the next day.
Wow. I've
I
never.
can't take credit for them.
Yeah. I can't say never, but I haven't heard of someone like just dreaming and coming up with a song right away like that frequently.
Yeah, I've heard of people like waking up with melodies in their head,
Yeah.
or like lyrics. But
Yes. But like a vivid dream that you like still remember to this day.
I remember a lot of them. I'm constantly piecing together month by month, year by year, how they all fit in, and then that's how they become a song.
Wow. Nice. Well, I wanted to read something that's from your Spotify bio, quoting it. Allison's songwriting time travels backwards, forwards, sideways, with lyrical content inspired by her own dreams and nightmares of worlds in between the frames of physical reality. You might call each one of these frames of reality harmonic. So I really think that whole idea is very interesting, comparing different realities and the combination of them becoming harmonic. Is that something that you think about quite often, or is it something that you want to develop even more?
I mean, I think that what I just said really encapsulates that.
Yeah.
That it is the process that I'm constantly thinking about. How it's like living in a different world when I go to sleep, and that world is translating my perception
Yeah.
in my waking world.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And what is a harmonic? It's a frequency. It's like maybe we have this set moment that we're in, but there are different tones, frequencies that, I don't know, it's like it's like when you're on acid. How do you describe that? How, when people say they taste colors and see music.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like that. That's what a harmonic is. They're different aspects of reality of this moment. Like a parallel universe.
Yeah, that's kind of how I imagined it. It's like
It's like this,
different dimensions in harmony
but you're
almost.
Bob
Yeah.
Ross.
Okay. I had no idea.
It's like, we're right here, but now Bob Ross is interviewing me. But you have your soul still. You merged your soul.
Just a cute little tree, a cute
Yeah.
little shrub.
And you're painting this moment. You're painting Velvet Bethany.
That's awesome. Well, you've spent a considerable amount of time building up this fund of money that you called it. That's what you used to do the Star Juice release that Alex was talking about. What got you inspired to start giving back to the community like that and get involved?
You know, I looked back at my Instagram recently, and I was like, oh my God, I was building a fund of money, and then I gave up on it.
Oh,
Because I couldn't even take care of myself at that time, and I felt
yeah.
like people looked up to me, and I had to provide for them in a way that I couldn't, and I felt like there's a lot of pressure on artists to be a voice, and you have to put yourself first before you can take care of other people. And now at this
Absolutely.
point, like instead of focusing on writing music, I can invest in other things that are music related. Like today, at work, my coworker said her son just started playing guitar, and he taught himself. And he's looking for people to jam with or to teach him. Like he said, he really needed a mentor. And she thought that I could do that for him because I play the drums and the bass and the guitar, and
Yeah.
he plays the guitar and the bass. And I'm like, well, I can play drums and he can jam to that, or I can play guitar and he can play bass, or I can play bass and he can write his own music. She said he writes his own music, and give him the space to do that. There doesn't have to be money involved.
Yeah.
Right.
You can just give your time.
Yeah. That's really awesome to hear. I did want to ask, I know we've been shouting out Star Juice all night tonight, but when looking back at some of those earlier releases, such as Star Juice's EP, what's it like looking back at it, knowing that you played a part in some of these bands like earlier days?
Well, I think they were the only band that I was able to do that for, and
Okay.
Gotcha.
I kind of fell out of the loop. I went to school, and I'm hoping to connect with people more now, because I feel like I can't book shows if I don't know who's playing shows, and I'm like always
Yeah.
at a loss
Right.
for that. So you asked me, looking back, how did it feel to be a part of that?
Yeah.
It feels good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
Yeah. Well,
Heck yeah.
it's still really cool. Like, I have been playing violin for a very long time myself, and just seeing a lot of the people that came in to support me while learning and, like, going through that whole process, it's really nice to see that there are people out there that are going around and helping out with lessons or jamming, like you were saying. So it's cool.
Yeah, I like connecting people to other people. And that's why I like the idea of, putting out a tape for somebody. Or like even my roommate, he's outside. He played bass with me until October for a couple years. People in music, they don't have a platform until somebody gives it to them. And they need a business card, they need a physical tape, they need a web presence. And because I've figured out how to build that on my own and like develop an image that works, I want to help other people do that too, who are, have the same vibe,
Yeah.
who, you can relate to in the same way.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, that's all really great to hear. But now it's time for the audience to hear some of your songs. So take it away.
Two shades of the same color. The mind is like water. It can fill molecular space. It has no shape or shudder. Two shades of the same color. The mind is like water. It can fill molecular space. It has no shape or shudder.
together. They wanna talk to each other. They wanna talk to each other. The whole galaxy lights up when we get together. They wanna talk to each other. They wanna talk to each other. They drink rosebud tea when nobody is looking. They wanna discover each other. They wanna discover each other. They drink rosebud tea when nobody is looking. They wanna discover each other. They wanna discover each other. Two shades of the same color. Two shades of the same color. Two shades of the same color. They wanna talk to each other. Two shades. Thank you. Salt in my fingers and my tongue and my teeth. Salt in my shoes and my toes and my boots. Salt in my fingers and my tongue and my teeth. No one's gonna tell me what to do. I'm in a platform in the sky. I'm in a place where dogs don't die. Earthquake-proof room for my heart. I'm building a new design. Salt City is far beneath us. I trace the lines with my mind. Blinking lights, black and white. I'm building a new design. Salt. Salt in my fingers and my tongue and my teeth. Salt in my shoes and my toes and my boots. Salt in my fingers and my tongue and my teeth. No one's gonna tell me what to do. City is far beneath us. I trace the lines with my mind. Blinking lights, black and white. I'm building a new design. Salt City is far beneath us. I trace the lines with my mind. Blinking lights, black and white. I'm building a new design. Salt. 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 Thanks. She's so mean. I don't wanna see you again. Why'd you call me here? That was wrong of you. I don't wanna see you again. Why'd you call me here? That was wrong of you. She's so mean. Jaylene, just like me.
She's so mean. Just like me, if you want the microphone, get on stage and sing it. We were both caught in a trap. They want you to react. There is noise in the chasm, an electrical grid if you listen in. We were both caught in a trap. Sorry that I cursed at you in my dreams. Thanks for listening to me, Jaylene. Jaylene. Broken hearts and split minds, the empty spaces in between. There's power in silence filled with electricity. Broken hearts and split minds, the empty spaces in between. There is power in the silence filled with electricity. She's so mean. Just like me. She's so mean. Jaylene, she mean to set me up, blackmail me, my love, will take me far away. Broken hearts and split minds, the empty spaces in between. There's power in the silence filled with electricity. Broken hearts and split minds, the empty spaces in between. There is power in the silence filled with electricity. She's so mean. Just like me. She's so mean. That's why I like you, Jaylene. She's so mean. Jaylene, just like me. Like me. Woo. Thanks. Violet roses, scribbled notes on collard greens. You wrote to me that you never left me in child's handwriting. Violet roses, scribbled notes on collard greens. You wrote to me that you never left me in child's handwriting. Bébés à la plage, aujourd'hui. Bébés à la plage, the water will take you from the sand one day. Bébés à la plage, aujourd'hui. Bébés à la plage, the water will take you from the sand one day. You put a bracelet on my wrist. What is your obligation to me? Activate pure cognizance. You packed up all my things. You put a bracelet on my wrist. What is your obligation to me? Activate pure cognizance. You packed up all my things. Je vais à la plage. Aujourd'hui, je vais à la plage. The water will take you from the sand one day. Je vais à la plage. Aujourd'hui, je vais à la plage. The water will take you from the sand one day. I'm heading down
this mountainous mess. When I get closer, it makes sense. I saw a mirage, the promise of independence. I'm heading down this mountainous mess. When I get closer, it makes sense. I saw a mirage, the promise of independence. Rêves à la plage. Aujourd'hui, rêves à la plage. The water will take you from the sand one day. Rêves à la plage. Aujourd'hui, rêves à la plage. The water will take you from the sand one day. The water will take you from the sand one day. The water will take you from the sand one day. The water will take you from the sand one day. The water will take you from the sand one day. Thanks.
Thank you so much for that set, Velvet Bethany. Appreciate you coming down, rocking a solo set for us, even though the band couldn't make it this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really appreciate it, and it sounded wonderful.
It was
Thank you.
awesome.
You've been performing for quite some time with the band. Different people in the band over the years. Played in and around Buffalo, a little bit in Fredonia. We'll talk about that too. But do you have a favorite show that you've played or a favorite place to play? Favorites?
Oh man, it really sucks that when you don't have a flyer, you just forget how many shows that you
I feel
played.
that.
Right.
Or like the Facebook event disappears.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot with flyers.
It's
Like
like
bands
I
have been
played-
getting flyers recently.
Yeah, we don't do paper anymore in this
Right.
this day and age. And I used to collect flyers in high school. And I threw them all out one day when I lived in Dunkirk. I was like, it's time to let go of the past.
Jeez.
My favorite show that I ever played was probably when I was in a grindcore band in high school
Ooh.
at the Decency Rally at the Polish Library.
Okay.
And everyone would back away because me and the singer, I didn't know what I was doing. He was like, you look like a good fit for this band. Can you just run around and punch people and scream?
Wow.
And I was angsty and needed to get that energy out
Ooh.
from my suburban home life.
Wow. That's awesome. That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What was the name of the grindcore band?
Yeah.
Hoglust.
Ooh.
I like playing at Babeville, like the 9th Ward in the
Yeah.
basement.
I just heard they stopped doing shows or something.
did?
They're slowing down.
really?
I never
Oh.
got to go there.
I never saw anything in the 9th
Oh, wait.
Ward, but I saw
I was
something
thinking Timeless
at
Babes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Timeless Babes. I saw that
Different
too.
place.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
I
you're
had to
good.
correct
Yeah.
that.
I haven't seen anything in the 9th Ward, but I did see like the main, I think like their other stage up top. I forgot what that one is called in particular.
Oh, yeah,
but-
Asbury Hall. We're going
Yes.
to play there for Kids Escaping Drugs fundraiser on April 16th, I think.
Awesome.
April 13th. Oh, I should get this right. It's on the air.
Yeah. Well, I also wanted to ask, when did you first start playing on stage? Was it the high school time that you were kind of talking about?
Yeah, I played solo until I was like 24 probably.
Gotcha.
I played in guitar club in high school. I started like learning country songs and did open mics. Nietzsche's open mic a lot. I played at this record store called Spiral Scratch down the street from me. It was like 10 years ago to this day, this week probably, that I had my first show at Spiral Scratch.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, you did perform in Fredonia last semester. It was on a Fish Out of Water gig. Shout out to our boy Sebastian
Yeah.
Shout out. Yep, that was fun.
at Main Street Studios. What day was that? Do you remember?
September.
No.
No, it
It was
was.
the 9th.
Really?
Oh, it was September 29th.
Wow.
September
I
29th.
didn't
Yeah.
think it was September.
Because
Late
Asteroid
September.
Day performed at BJ September 27th. And it was 2 days
Whoa.
after.
Whoa. Wait.
Yes. Or was it the 25th and then
don't
the
know.
fish out of... It was one of those.
Same
September
week.
20s.
A lot happening.
Why do I feel like the first Fish Out of Water show, September 29th, was the rap show?
It was. You're right.
Oh.
Plot twist.
Wow.
Out Fish Out of Water.
I was just playing along. I know the date.
Yeah.
It's November
Oh.
11th.
That's my dad's
Yeah.
birthday.
Was it right
11/11.
before a break?
Make a wish. Yeah,
It was right before a break.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was, and I was mad. I'll find it.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that show was a lot of fun, and I think it was my favorite. It was my favorite out of the 3
Aw.
that I got to do. So
That's nice.
and then I gave up. Dude, I give up on. I'm like, this is the thing I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. No, it's not. This is the thing. Like I just like I don't know.
You're
at
moving
the,
on.
At the
Yeah.
moment, it was live shows.
You got the experience, though.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
And you got some great shows out of it.
Yeah. Well, what was your experience like playing on that show in Fredonia?
It sounded good. I liked that there was a lounge in the basement. I could take a nap and eat candy. There's lots of candy down there, like those gummy Coca-Cola
For a time there
things.
was, yes.
Dang, I don't.
Yeah.
I never got to experience that, or I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I ate a lot of those.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I played Animal Crossing.
Yeah. A lot of our little lowdowns that we do like on the spot are when we did them at Main Street Studios, it was often in that lounge. So I'm also very familiar with
cool.
it. Yeah.
I met a lot of nice people, a lot of nice youngins
Yep.
that were like that study at Fredonia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody was like, "I play the saxophone professionally." And they're like, "Can I play in your band?" I'm like, "That sounds cool."
I have a distinct memory of the basement. I remember when you came in. Obviously, you were EP, and you're like, all right, let's get this going. And then after, you were like, why did you guys do that?
Because she just
The local lowdown show was 11/11. Yeah.
that was Beach Fest.
Yeah.
I still didn't figure it out.
It's okay.
But anyways, Allison, I remember you came in, and then after you were like, I remember why I do this for the kids.
I said that.
Basically, yeah. And I was
Wow,
like,
I like show up and I'm like, I'm hungry and I'm tired, and then I'm like, wow, that was cool.
Well,
After
You get inspired.
Because I remember, like you said, you were playing Animal. You were all like cozied up on the little couch. I remember. Yeah, it was fun.
I come because you call me.
Yeah, you were like, I don't know why I keep doing this. It's just people tell me to come and I show up, and I was like, and then you're like, I remember. Yeah, for the kids.
Because doing it for the kids. Is anybody familiar with Because?
No.
The
No.
graffiti artist.
No.
Oh, he wrote a lot of stuff in Buffalo.
Mm.
But he used to have a throw up on the 198, the 190 North along Skajackwada Creek. It said Because doing it for the kids.
There we
So
go.
that's where I get that from.
Wow.
Also, I officially have the date,
Yes.
Yes, we've come to a consensus, everybody.
November 17th.
I knew it was not-
Seven.
I knew it
7 was in the
later on.
number.
I think it's so
Seven.
funny that Elena was like, "Yep, it was in September."
I
and I was like, "Yep."
I guess the monument of it being your first one was what stuck to me more.
Yeah. Killer poster too. Allison, did you know that that poster was based off of your album?
I noticed
Your
that
most
today,
popular-
actually.
Where do I find this poster?
It's on the Fish
Fish
Out of Water Instagram. You can follow us.
It's probably on, like, I'm tagged in it.
Yeah,
I
you can
can't-
probably find it that way too.
But
I probably posted it.
It's like a very colorful
It's like-
picture of somebody
Oh, this is
rollerblading.
really
Yeah.
Sasha and Co. This is really pretty.
Mhm.
How'd you make this?
I didn't make that.
Okay.
Our friend who is graduated, Calvin, first poster he was asking me to do a poster for the longest time, and then he literally crushed it.
He did crush
And
that.
then
Yeah.
he just like dipped. It's like he's probably doing great stuff now.
Oh, I'm sure.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just my friend. I wish I could do that, man. Graphic design is my passion. Well, while I have you guys here, I wanted to ask a killer question, an absolute banger.
Okay.
Allison, I was wondering, do you have a favorite video on the internet? Or, yeah.
Like a
video.
reel or something
Like-
funny that I like to watch on Instagram, like
Yeah.
cats.
Kind of what we're
Yeah.
going for.
Or something, or a documentary, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, those reels go by so fast. Oh, well, there was one my boyfriend sent me the other day. There was a cow, and it was pie day, and this guy was trying to eat a plate of pie. He was trying to cut a piece off and put it on a plate. He had a glass of milk, and the cow kept trying to eat it. And it was supposed to be reminiscent of my dog. She really forces herself in under the blanket every day. And I'd like have to push her off of me, and I'm like constantly pushing up against her, like, get away from me. And so this cow just kept like knocking the pie out of his hand. And that's my dog.
I feel like maybe I even saw that. Was the cow like coming like from
Yeah, it was from
over the
behind
Yes,
him, and he's
I
sitting
did
at a
see
table,
that.
and
That's
he
so
kept
funny.
like blocking the cow.
Aw, that's so funny.
I hope I can find it.
I hope you can find that
I
too.
looked up cow pie. You might have to send it to the local lowdown Instagram.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you now.
There we go.
Do you have? I'm surprised.
Locked and
Usually,
loaded.
I never have reels like favorited or anything.
It's just still it's
fair.
the most recent one I watched.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my god, you guys gotta watch this. Here it is. This is my dog.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain what my dog does, but it is this cow. Can you show the people
I will.
somehow
Yeah, I will.
who are listening to this?
Absolutely.
Right.
You spliced in.
Right now. No. No. Bruce, no. Bruce. No, no. Bruce. Bruce. Okay,
There
we're
it
back.
was.
How'd you guys enjoy that?
Yeah.
I'm curious too. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody doesn't have anything else, I also wanted to reference a little bit of merch.
Yeah.
A unique merch item that Velvet Bethany brings to the table.
What's that?
That would be penis candles.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And I was wondering, that may have to be bleeped out. I'm not sure if the FCC.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
It's
That's the scientific term.
yeah.
I also make vulva candles.
There was none of those
They look like
Oh.
flowers.
when I was there.
Orchids.
I almost bought a matching. I think it was just a but like it was a female candle. And I was like, oh my god, I can match my penis candle. But it was $40, and I was
Wow.
like, also with my grandparents, so I couldn't do that.
It's an expensive candle.
I know.
Should I bring up the price on these penises?
Yes, only $4.99. Get your
Getting more expensive by the time.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the micro penis.
yeah. I got the small one. No, I remember it was like 20, 30.
Yeah, I had some big ones.
Yeah. I got the chub.
It's a penis for a baby. It's a child's penis.
But I was just wondering, like, do you make those, and like how that idea came about was the question.
I don't know. I actually try not to sell them. My boss wanted to link my candle page, and I just made it my massage page now, to her office page, And I'm like, do you want me to, like, get rid of the penis candle pictures? And she's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, are you sure you want to associate with me like that? It's going to make your business look bad. Just be yourself. So I did delete them all. I don't trust her judgment there.
Had to get too professional on him.
Yeah.
I don't really know where that came from. I was looking for years, though, for a penis candle mold. And finally one surfaced.
One appeared.
Yeah. All I could find were the different types of flower vulvas. And those were beautiful, so
Are those for
they're very
sale?
yeah, they're very discreet. It's easier to display those without somebody being like, "That's a penis."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine that.
I have to get a matching one. Do you bring those to shows now or?
I do.
Okay, I'll be at the next show.
There you
I
go.
have an Etsy too.
Ooh. We'll plug your Etsy account
Okay.
somewhere. I'll find it, and I'll just put it there. But also, you make candles. You've released a Star Juice cassette tape. Is that right?
Yep.
You're also. I was curious. You have 6 music videos.
I do.
Yes, I counted. I was curious. I feel like that's. I don't know. That's impressive to me. Are they? What's the process for making those? And like, are they made? Do you edit them yourself or?
Yeah, I make them on my phone. It's on this app called Splice.
Nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is a pretty considerable. Flubbed up my word there. Yeah. That is a pretty considerable amount of videos.
Hold on, let me look this up.
I feel like.
And most recently, La Mirage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which featured some skateboarding. I noticed.
Yeah, that's a great video.
Nice.
It's very energetic, and I didn't know how long have you been skateboarding. Do you skateboard often?
I started like 2 years ago at the end of April. Well, I skateboarded in high school, but then I didn't really skateboard anymore after high school. And then I figured out that I could go to the skate park and learn how to drop in. And I think that was the point that stopped me from skateboarding in high school. I just was like, that looks too hard. I don't know how to use those ramps.
Scary.
And then I was like, I have to do this, but I'm like, oh, I can't do this. This is crazy. And I'm like standing over it every day, standing over the edge. I can't do this. And I would run into like my friends from high school that I hadn't seen since then. Like my first boyfriend, my first like 2 boyfriends maybe that I had in like 8th grade and 7th grade. And they coached me through it.
They're best friends now. That's so awesome.
Meeting up with all the ex-boyfriends.
Like I just run into them and
they're all teaching skateboarding.
they were just there at the skate park, and I'd be like, I ask everybody questions. I'm like, how do I do that? Somebody does something. How do I do that?
You're like, I used to date them.
Yeah.
I can teach you.
I met my really good friend Brian there at the skate park, and we go on skate trips.
Nice.
Whenever I would visit my boyfriend, we'd go to the skate park in Louisville. And it's really big. It's huge. It's the biggest skate park I ever went to. So that was fun to just explore. And then a year ago, we went to Massachusetts skate park because we were on our way back from New Hampshire. So I try to stop at a skate park anytime I travel.
Oh.
But this boy told me that he doesn't take his girl to the skate park because one time I was like, can I watch you at the skate park? And then he like had that answer, and I was like, he's like, unless we're like dating, I don't really take you around. And I was like, wait a minute. I do skateboard. I forgot that I did that because I showed up and I'm like, wait, I know how to do this already. And then I just saw him from across the way on one pyramid, and I was on the other side. I'm like, I'm on your turf now.
And that was your current. Wait, I'm confused. That was your boyfriend?
No, that was just some skater boy
Oh, okay.
that I met at a
Just
bar.
like, I don't.
Classic.
I don't skate and tell. I don't know.
Yeah, like that.
Cool.
All right. Well, we've talked about a lot of different things tonight, but I did want to ask, do you have any upcoming releases, any shows that I think you just mentioned, any more merch coming out, anything that you want to share for anyone listening?
Rock for Life, April 13th.
Okay.
It's like a kids escaping drugs fundraiser at Asbury Hall. That's the upstairs, the church area of Babeville.
Yeah. And like you said, it is a very cool venue. I do recommend.
And then I think I'm playing a show at Jackrabbit, April 7th. I'm looking for a band to play with, though, to share the bill with. It's from like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So it's a 3-hour gig, and I have to split it with somebody.
Well, that does conclude this episode of The Local Lowdown. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks
It's
for
been
having
really
me.
fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Local Lowdown on 88.9 WCVF, The Voice, and 89.5 WDVL, The Inferno. We'll be back with some more funky local music next week. Same time.
Same place.
Bye.
Bye.